Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. Today is April the 26th, 2021. Here it is. We're going to give you all the price prediction update in the market for NIO. While everyone else is simply guessing as to where the price is going to go, we're going to give you all a heads up as to where to expect it to go so that you can get in position and win in the market. I mean, wouldn't you appreciate that? If somebody was able to give you all the heads up as to, hey, be on the lookout, the market is going to go up to this particular price, or be on the lookout, the market is going to drop. Be prepared for that. Get in position so that you can win in the market. It's what we do. You know, we're here to give you all predictions in these particular stocks so that we can always win in the market against the trap. The trap is the one you see on the bottom left side of my screen. He wants to take advantage of us. He wants to come into the market and take our money. So in order for us to really beat him at that, we need to understand and interpret the price movement that he conducts on a daily basis. Every price bar, every volume bar you see literally is him working, right? To conduct an efficient market. That is his whole purpose. That is why he is here. And as he conducts and makes an efficient market, he makes his money. And he places us in bad position because we think the market's going to go one way and he takes it a totally different direction. So if you're able to interpret what the volume bars mean, as well as the price chart, price bars, you'll be a heads up amongst everyone else in this markets. You'll have a major competitive advantage, right? And we're going to show you all that today for NIO. Okay, we done a price prediction back in the beginning of April with the expectation to see the market go higher in price. You guys can already tell for the most part it hasn't done it. But you know what? We wasn't worried, and I'm gonna tell you why. So real quick, if you all appreciate that, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe, come again and again and again, because as you all know, the market is fluid. It changes on a day-to-day basis, and you need to make sure you're updated as to any changes that occur on these stocks that we are covering. All right, so now let's break this down real quick. We did a price prediction in NIO all the way back here on the 1st of April, right? Under the premise that the market was going to go higher in price. Now, listen, initially, it didn't do it, right? Instead, the trap dropped the price, but we wasn't worried because we've already identified where that support area was at. I mean, the market touched this support area in NIO 3 times, and I'm gonna show you. And we even identified that support area back on the 1st of April. So we wasn't worried because the market didn't break that to the downside. Now, if we would have broken this to the downside, then we would have something to do. We'd have to come in and reevaluate the whole situation, but he didn't do it. So we're still on course to see this market in NIO go higher in price. He has touched he's touched that $35 price level 3 times, and every time the market did not break it to the downside. That is massive. That is a major clue as to what he's trying to do in the movement of NIO's price. All right. So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is, can we still see strength into the market in NIO on a longer time frame? Because the longer time frame you go out, the bigger the strength is into the market. Okay. So let's look at this market on a 3-day time frame first. You guys can see that definitely the strength is being revealed on this chart. Okay, what about on a 5-day time frame? Even here, the market here is still giving us strength in NIO. Pretty good. What about on a weekly time frame? Even better. The market here in NIO is definitely trying to go higher in price. Where do you think the market restriction or the selling will start to try to lower the price in NIO? We've already identified that area back up here towards $45, right? It might fall a little bit short, but considering what we have here on the weekly time frame, this closest area of restriction, which is around $42.15, give or take, it is not going to be a problem for the trap to break that to the upside. Okay, so the next area that we'll come in and look at will be close towards our restriction area, around $44.50 to $45 even. Right around that vicinity, right there is where we're going to expect the market in NIO to go. First thing though, can you see this? Do you think that the market in NIO has enough juice to come right back above our trend. Okay, this is the trend into the market in NIO right here. Can the market actually come back up above it? Because you can see here that right now we currently are seeing that. Now, if he's able to close the price of NIO on a weekly time frame above this ascending line, that the market is going to go a lot higher than what our expectations may be, because the next level is going to be around 48. Okay, which will give us what, instead of 13.75%, it gives us around 20% profitability into the market. Okay, 20%. So what are you expecting to see out the market in NIO for the month of May? That is the question we need to answer. For us, we're looking for the market to go higher in price. I mean, you guys can even tell that this market is trying to come right back up above that trend line, that ascending line that we just drawn. The strength is being seen on these multiple time frames. Even here on this 2-week time frame is massive. So yeah, the market is anticipated to continue to go higher in price in NIO. Just don't get caught with the bag, right? Just don't get caught expecting that the market in NIO is going to shoot all the way back up to around $68, because we still have all of this weakness that came in these 2-week price bars right here, right? So we're going to be conservative in the sense of how high we're expecting the market to go. Just that simple. We're not going to get greedy. We're not going to show any of that emotional greed to come into the market just to skim off a couple more pennies in the upward movement of this stock. But yeah, the strength is here, and we're going to follow it. We're going to continue to watch the market in NIO, and this is where we're expecting it to go. Now, I want to give you all the opportunity to tell me, what do you see? Let me know. Give me your call as to where you expect the market in NIO to go. You know, do you think it's going to go high in price? Do you think it's going to drop in price? It's just that simple. And either way, you need to make sure that you get in a position so that you can capitalize from the trap, because he doesn't want you to win. We do. So we're going to give you all the heads up as to what we're expecting. And if you see something totally different, then definitely follow your thoughts. Don't let no one come in and try to switch you up in what you're thinking, because that is the biggest way the trap is able to get us. Is you may be thinking one way, right? But then you see something occur in the market that he pulls to make you jerk and go the opposite direction, and then you caught with the bag. But your original presumption was right. You know, your original idea was right. It was correct into expecting where the market is going to go, but he tricked you. He tricked me, right? He's going to get us every once in a while in that mentality to where he gets us to react certain ways. Because you know what? He knows that people chases price, right? People who sees the market in NIO right now, even though the market is trading around $41.44 pre-market, many people are going to start telling you that the market is going to go back up to around 52, $64. That mantra, that bullishness, that environment is going to be formulated and created to think that these stocks will never come back down, right? So just be prepared for that. Just keep that in your mind, that literally occurs every once in a while, that he induces us to be emotional. And you cannot do that. You cannot be emotional in these markets. Trade off emotions, you'll lose. Trade without emotions, you'll win. And this is what we're here to show you all. We're not emotional at all in our videos. We could care less about any news events. We could care less about fundamental analysis. We could care less about a company's earning reports, a new product that they're trying to come out, regulatory approval, no technical indicators. It doesn't persuade us, because the trap doesn't move on those issues neither. He doesn't move when, NIO comes out with a new EV vehicle, but he plays on that news because he knows that we as the outsiders would move towards that type of news as being positive. And based off that news being quote unquote positive, he'll go ahead and move the market higher, only to dump the price the next day or the next hour. And then you sitting with the bag wondering, well, why did the market just drop? Because he played you. That's why. Okay, so now if you want to follow us, make sure you do that. We're here. Hit that like button, share the video, also subscribe here to the channel. Like I told you earlier, you need to come back again and again to get the daily dose of our predictions. And that's it. Make sure you maintain a profitability, and as always, trade different.